Sony have finally confirmed some pretty impressive news regarding the PlayStation 5, and this should put a lot of minds at ease. I know that we're one day away from Sony's big PlayStation 5 event, and all of us are kind of salivating at the thought of what they're going to show off. We're going to get a price, we're going to get a pre-order date, we're going to get a launch date, we're going to see games. I'm telling you what, it's a very exciting time right now, and we are all very, very hyped, and I can tell that. They just released that new trailer. I'm telling you, I've never felt more hyped for a console than I'm feeling right now for the PlayStation 5, and that is a little bit of normalcy that I am thankful for. Again, with so much different things going on in the world right now, nothing feels the same, right? Like, usually when you're 2 months away from the launch of a new console, we'd be all really stoked and excited. And there hasn't been that up until, like, now. I'm starting to feel it from the Sony side. Not yet on the Xbox side. Hopefully one day soon. But this is going to be some pretty fantastic news, absolutely confirmed by Sony. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to help out a small channel such as myself, a simple like goes a long way. You can also hit the bell so you're notified of everything as soon as it comes out. I do daily content, folks. Unscripted, raw, emotion-filled, passionate gaming content. That's what I do. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. It's, you know, just myself trying to be entertaining, and maybe we can learn something a little together. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, everybody in between. It has been absolutely my honor on this end to interact with you guys and to see all the awesome comments and things like that. And I've been interacting with you, responding to your comments on, you know, Twitter, Xbox Live, PSN, and people are so amazed at that. But yes, I respond to everybody that takes time out to write me there, and I try my best to respond in general. So thank you so much. I'm humbled. You have no idea what it means to me. So with that being said, PlayStation 5. There's a couple of pieces of news that I wanted to address in this. The PlayStation 5 obviously is launching this holiday season, so we've learned a lot about the console. We've seen television ads that are coming out already, but there's still a few key details that we're probably going to learn tomorrow. Actually, I'm 100% sure we're going to learn tomorrow, such as the launch date and as well as the pre-order date. And of course, there's also fear about limited stock for the PlayStation 5. Now, it has come out, in fact, that Sony has taken a very unusual but very thrilling step and very awesome step of scheduling air freights in the United States to make sure stock is available. Now, usually these types of shipments are done by sea freights to reduce cost. So, as it is shown here, there are 60 flights planned, though it's unclear if it's 60 separate flights or 60 different aircraft. And this is for only Delta Airlines, so it's entirely possible there are more flights scheduled from other airlines as well, meaning that there's going to be more stock coming via the sea. So according to this, the stock is expected to last for the remainder of the quarter. That bodes well for those in the U.S. looking for a PlayStation 5, but of course, just because they think it will match stock, it's not a guarantee. At the very least, it does seem like Sony's doing their best to make sure that you can buy their new system, which makes sense because they want people to upgrade as soon as possible. Now, according to this source, the source for this is actually Delta Air Cargo, the head of Delta Air Cargo. So the information for this being from Delta means that they would not be aware or the communication plans from Sony with other airlines or sea freights. So it's unlikely that it actually covers all shipments, just some, to make sure that they have plenty of stock here. So they wanted to clarify from an interview with Delta China cargo manager, the shipment flow is for the U.S. only, so we don't know about other countries and other territories just yet. But this is actually a pretty significant piece of news because it really showcases that Sony is going all out to try and make sure that everybody who wants a console can have one. A lot of people have asked me on PSN lately, do you think I'll be able to get a console? Do you think I'll be able to get a PlayStation 5 at launch? I hope everybody that wants one can. There is some, FUD going around. If you don't know what FUD stands for, it stands for fear, uncertainty, doubt. And this is a situation that comes up usually around the launch of consoles where usually something comes up that kind of showcases that, there could be a problem. And such a thing came up late last night, according to this. And this is, by the way, a rumor, but I will link it. Sony has reportedly cut the PS5's initial production orders by 4 million units because of production issues have apparently caused the company to go back. So, obviously, tomorrow we're getting a PlayStation 5 showcase, which we're going to see a lot of cool stuff. Many are hoping to get the launch date and the price, as well as the pre-order date. But in a recent report from Bloomberg, it's been reported that Sony has cut back the initial production units from the PlayStation 5 by 4 million units, going from ordering 15 million units by the end of March 2021 to 11 million units. It's not due to a lack of demand or Sony restructuring expectations. It's actually on the production side, as alleged in the article. Production yield of the console system on chip has fallen behind up to 50%, cutting into the amount they had hoped to produce. It was reported last month that the company had doubled their production orders, and it seems that ended up being a bit too much, and the article states that the yield has actually been steadily improving, but it's still not stable enough for the original order. So basically, they were going to have 15 million units, hoping to sell 15 million units by March of next year, which is an incredible feat. To be honest with you, that shows incredible demand and incredible feat by Sony themselves. And now it's cut down to 11 million, so 4 million less. But think about it this way: 11 million consoles. They're going to sell out regardless, but they're going to sell 11 million consoles by March. So within the first few months of this thing being on sale, and then when you look at the Xbox side, Xbox has sold 41 million units in 7+ years, and and it looks like Sony's going to sell a fourth of that in the first few months. So that goes to tell you everything you really pretty much need to know about PlayStation 5, the demand for PlayStation 5 and things like that. You have to take this report as a rumor. Again, we're not really sure what's going on, but the original launch numbers were only 4 to 5 million, so we're still getting much more than that, but there could be a little bit of a shortage in certain areas and things like that. But it does look like in North America and some of the other territories, if you are looking to pick up a PlayStation 5, you'll be able to get something sooner rather than later. And I think that's that general hope, is nobody wants to walk away without a PlayStation 5. And that's before you go, oh well, maybe it's Sony creating false demand or whatever. It doesn't do Sony any good to create false demand. And the reason why it doesn't do good for them to create false demand is you want people to be able to go out and pick up some kind of console when they want to, right? They might pick something else if there's some kind of shortage or whatever. So again, you don't want that to be a bad situation for you, and I think Sony wants to have people upgrade as soon as possible, so that really makes the most amount of sense on their part. Now, on the Microsoft part, we've heard that they've had some issues as well with this. This is not something that's totally uncommon in the industry. It doesn't mean they're not going to have any ready to go or anything, but you have to just keep in mind that indeed Sony has a lot of this stuff figured out, and they're actually kind of working on it, and they've already kind of commented on it. Hey, you know what? This is sort of what we're dealing with, but we're going to have all this stock available. Even so, just so you know, to do this, the freight stuff with Delta is super expensive. So anybody that doesn't think Sony wants to get stock to people, you're insane, because Sony obviously does want to get stock to people, and that's a proof, because the expensive measures to get those to people is incredible. Also, before it officially comes out, and now this is also just a rumor that kind of cropped up, Sony, with the pricing of the PlayStation 5, according to Bloomberg analyst as well, which is in the same article, they said, and now this is just take it with a grain of salt, they said $449 for the standard PlayStation 5 with a disc drive, and $399 for the all-digital PlayStation 5. Now, that would be significant for a couple of reasons. First of all, that would mean that Sony's premium console would come in at $50 less than Microsoft's premium console. So that would be a good thing. And then that would also mean that the digital console comes in at just $100 more, but is more than twice the power and almost has twice the amount of storage space and a lot more memory and things, just a lot more capable machine. So that would bode incredibly well for Sony. With that both being said, my prediction is still $399 and $499. It makes the most sense. But if reports were to be believed, the PlayStation 5 cost Sony $450 to make, and that is the disc version. So if you figure it costs $450 to make, they could probably sell it for $450, but they might not see a huge advantage at selling it at $450 as opposed to $499. Whereas if you take out the disc drive, you might be able to get it out there for the $399 or less, because you have to figure that's saving them maybe $50, and then each console that they sell with a Blu-ray / DVD drive has an $8 licensing fee as well. So that goes for Microsoft too. So anytime either of these companies does something with Blu-ray or DVD, then they have to pay an $8 licensing fee per console. So that adds up. So basically, also Sony could agree to take a little bit more of a hit with the digital because everybody's going to have to buy everything digitally anyway, and they get a bigger piece of the cut with that. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that all works out. But good news from Sony. Hopefully that clears up some of the negative rumors that was going on around about Sony and the PlayStation 5. It doesn't look like there's going to be too many like production issues or anything like that. So this is actually fairly good news. And again, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. We're going to get all kinds of information. It's going to be an information overload type of day, but it is very exciting and I can't wait. And I know a lot of you can't wait as well. So thank you very much for watching this video today. If you did enjoy it, please take a minute to consider subscribing. I do appreciate it. And if you really want to help out the channel, like I said, hit the bell. I hope you all stay safe, healthy, happy, all that kind of great stuff. It means the world to me that you check out the videos and stuff like that. Have a great day. Game on, my friends. Game on. Rack 'em up. Stay safe. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.